right, as mentioned to one of the subscribers, I said I was gonna have a new HomeKit device, and here it is, the TCL QM8 75-inch TV. The reason why I say this is HomeKit device, because it does work with Apple HomeKit, as you can see. Oh, my Vizio, but like I said, the Vizio is dead and in the garage right now. Got to get rid of it since it cracked. This was going to replace it. I was going to place that TV anyways in the family room and move the Vizio into the master bedroom, but we'll hold off on getting another TV probably till Black Friday to replace the TV in the master bedroom, probably with a 65-inch. But I definitely want to get 75-inch here. I want to get a little bit bigger than what I had and mount it on the wall. It's already unboxed. I'm just putting up unboxing videos, so I figured I'd just go ahead and show you what it looks like on the wall and some of the settings I use and pretty much how I have it integrated within HomeKit. So excuse the mess. Getting a lot of free baby toys from some co-workers. So, but here's the TV, 75 inches on the wall. I do have a light strip kit behind there. I'll do another review on that one. It's the Light Me Fantasy 3 light kit. But I'll do another whole separate video on that one. I got some complaints on that one. But for the most part, I'm really enjoying this TV. It's a mini LED. The 75-inch model has approximately 1900 something zones. I think 1906 to be exact. Now if you get the 85 in the 98-inch, it has a total of 2,300 zones, or 2,300 zones. I was debating getting 85-inch. I might get 85-inch whenever the 8K version comes out. Normally when you do higher resolution TVs, you get bigger TVs to take advantage of that higher resolution TV. So most likely whenever 8K starts to become the norm and more 8K media is out there, I'll upgrade to 8K and then I'll move up to 85-inch on this TV in this room. But right now 75-inch is very nice. I mean, I definitely could have done 85-inch with no issues. And it was a beast getting on the wall. When I did my Vizio 65-inch in Colorado on the wall, I was able to do it by myself, but then I didn't. But then again, I had a different wall mount system. It was a lot easier to clip in place. This one has arms that swing out and doesn't just clip on it automatically when you try to put it on. But for the most part, when you're dead on TV, the color is really accurate. I have mine on my settings a little bit more saturated than normal, what normal people may have. Off-axis viewing is not bad, especially if this is a large TV. If you go to my couch, I mean, this is the far right limit on the couch I'll be looking at. Pretty much dead on right here, and then the far left. I do have a rocking chair over here, but you know, that's more of whenever I have the baby, or the wife has the baby and wants to rock with the baby. But I mean, this is still doable with the off-axis viewing right here. I think the majority of people is going to be on the couch watching TV anyways. So, but yeah, like I said, 75 inches, 1,906 zones of mini LEDs. This does have a subwoofer on the back of the TV. Granted, I'm using a home theater system. Right now, I'm currently at 3.2 Onkyo AV receiver, the 777. It's an older model. I do plan on upgrading soon, just because the pass-through on the HDMI is it's a 2.0 and this TV is 2.1. My Apple TV is a 2.1 as well. Actually, no. That Apple TV is a 2.0, I think. I do want to get the new Apple TV 4K third generation. But right now, being that my AV receiver is only doing, the max it can do is 4K 60, there's no point upgrading, even though the Apple TV, in theory, can do 4K 120. This TV is a 4K 120 as well. But as you see, no cables. You can kind of see back here. I do have the Let Me sync box back there. It's not really, it's just kind of hanging there right now. I haven't figured out how exactly I want to mount it. Do I want to mount it on the TV or do I want to mount it on the wall? But I do got to run another HDMI cable, a more longer 8K cable, so I don't have to freaking run it again. I do it now, get it out the way, and then I have to deal with it. And then that way, whenever I do swap out this TV over 8K TV, the HDMI cable is already in place, and I shouldn't have to replace it. But you never know. You know, today's HDMI cable is so finicky. They can say they can do freaking 12K, and in actuality, it's a freaking HDMI 1.4 cable that's rebranded, unfortunately. But do have the power up there. I had to run a little junction box up there, and that's how I get the power up there. It goes to the wall. I do have the HDMI cable and my Ethernet cable. Going into a PoE switch, even though I'm not really using PoE on this one. I just got plugged in the power. Unify 8-port switch. As you see, got all my devices hooked up to Ethernet, because that's how we do it in this house. We are hardwired first, and then Wi-Fi second. But here's the remote. It does light up. Can't see it because of the lights on right now, but it does light up whenever you move it. It has a little sensor in it. Whenever it's been moved, it will light up, especially it's great at nighttime. And yeah, let's go ahead and see some of these settings. So one thing I really do like about this TV is whenever it goes to different modes, it uses different settings. So especially like when it goes to a Dolby Vision media, it only works on a Dolby Vision picture mode. So those are all the picture modes. Now this is a 4K channel HDR from DirecTV Stream. The only one they have is the channel 104. I finally got it working. But the picture modes we have for HDR or SDR are Vivid. So yeah, Vivid, low power, sports, movie, game, IMAX, and yeah, PC of course. But right now it's on movie. It gives you the most natural skin tones, colors. Brightness I have at 97 right now. Color saturation, like I said, I have mine a little bit more saturated than normal. I just like a little bit more of a pop, because when you're dealing with any type of photos or video nowadays, it's all freaking goes through some type of filter where it kind of enhances the colors or whatnot. So I've been so used to seeing those, and now that's how I kind of want to see my TV now when it comes to certain settings. Got the contrast, got 85, black level 53. Definitely have to play the black level on this one. For some reason, if you put it too low, everything's super dark. I had one time when I first turned it on, I was trying to adjust the settings, and for some reason the HDR content was super dark, and I could barely see anything. And I had to adjust the black level on this along with the contrast. Dynamic contrast. So you need to set on high. This is your local dimming with the mini LEDs. I originally had this off thinking it was something else. No, it's the actual local demi that you want to put on there. Black stretch, you can put this on. I really didn't see too much of a difference. You see a slight difference here and there. But I think when some of the movies I was watching, I didn't really like the effect on it, so I just kind of left it off. I might play with it some more and just some other settings to get it to work. Try to really get the dark level as dark as possible. Dynamic tone mapping, I left this on. It seemed to be fine. Local contrast, I left that on high as well, and micro contrast, I put that on low. The gamma I left on 2.2. Color, like I said, color set 5. Tint I left right at where it's at. Color, temperature, I left it. I've been switching between -5 and -4, but it seems like I get more of a pop with -5. No, -4 gives you a little bit more of a neutral tone on the TV. But I kind of like the more of a pop. Clarity, this is your sharpness. I have all off. I don't want any processing on the picture. I like the picture straight as much as possible, even though when you're streaming, it's all compressed anyway. So to put those type of settings on makes the picture worse, in my opinion. Motion, I got the motion completely off. I want to use the native 120, and then everything else is divisible by 120, like the 24 hertz frames per second on movies. Automatically switches over, and then you got 60 and then 120. The max you can do on the Apple TV is 60 anyways, because I do most of my TV watching on Apple TV. Extra calibration, you go into the white balance and the color space. I haven't even touched these. Usually I wait till someone comes out with one of those in-depth reviews and they post their settings, and I'll try to use theirs and try to adjust off of that and see if I can kind of tone in those colors from there. Actually, let me go back. This does have Google TV built in. I just don't use it because I got Apple TV. The screen says over here, don't scan all this, so I got it turned off. So, go back. Nope. Oops. Input HDMI 1. And then, I mean, it's more, I edited it to do where it just shows HDMI 1 because it's only HDMI I had plugged in, the AirPlay setting, and then the home setting. It does have screensavers. But Apple TV has screensavers too, so I prefer the Apple TV screensavers with the motions. Wi-Fi. I have this connected to Ethernet. You see Ethernet connected. And then that's about it. From here, you can sign into your Google account. I have no need to do that. Here's some of the other settings. If I was gonna run a over-the-air antenna to get the free channels, I have to use that, of course. Display sounds. You can do the intelligence as where it does everything automatically for you. The only problem is it adjusts the light level of the TV according to the light level in the room. I like to keep it at one consistent setting. Let's see, Ethernet, like I said, unavailable because I haven't signed in through my Google account. All your privacies, and then you can add apps and all that good stuff. You get some more system admin stuff in here. Remote access, Bluetooth is on, and that's pretty much it from this TV. Let me put on a Dolby Vision. I gotta first go into the settings and change this because DirecTV Stream, for whatever reason, HDR has to be like hard enabled, which I don't like. Change this to SDR because I have the match frame rate on. And match dynamic range on normally. But I had to turn that off to force the HDR on the Apple TV to make the DirecTV Stream app to know to show the channel 104 to make sure that's available so I can use it. So it's only one channel in 4K that DirecTV Stream has. So I'll just kind of play with that. All right, so I got that all up. Let me, so I'm trying to think of a way to show something on a TV without getting copyright strike. Disney's like the worst one. Let me pull up a movie that may not do that. I was checking out the colors on it. It's not the greatest movie, but it's I like the colors on this movie. I think this is a Dolby Vision. It'll pop up. Yep, Dolby Vision. And these are the settings for Dolby Vision. So you have it's kind of hard to see. So you got the different picture modes. So you got Dolby Vision, IQ, bright, dark, and game. Game won't work unless it's an actual game input. I have it on bright. Normally you will have it on dark, but for some reason some scenes in it, some of the dark scenes are hard to make out. So I put it on bright, and I was able to get the darkness levels that I wanted without any crushing or any scenes to where I can't make out, especially the dark scenes in certain movies, to where I can actually make out what's going on in the movie. Color saturation at 80. It's pretty much the same when it comes to the settings on everything else. Coarse motion on it. Expert calibration. Expert calibration on this one, you only get the white balance. On Dolby Vision, you don't get the other color ones. And yep, that's pretty much it for the Dolby Vision one. So you saw the settings for the Dolby Vision and the HDR. Alright. So that's pretty much it for this TV right here. I am enjoying the setup. And it's actually a really nice TV. Black gloves are good, colors are good, nice size. The picture overall is very crisp for a 4K. Now, when you're using like streaming apps like this, like the Apple TV, 4K is not really 4K, but I do have a 4K Blu-ray player that I did test out some movies on, and it seemed to work pretty good, especially when you get up close and on the TV. The picture quality is actually really good. So I do recommend this TV. I think it's especially at the price I got this on Amazon Prime Day. The normally is like $1,700. I got it for like $1,600 on Amazon Prime Day. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this one. So So if you're looking for a TV, I definitely would recommend TCL. I have TCL in the past, a 40-inch and 32-inch, back when it was super cheap TV. But they have definitely come a long way. Now TCL is definitely one of those players in the TV market that can actually compete with Samsung, Sony, and LG. I mean, that's how Vizio is. Pretty much I look at Vizio and TCL on the same level as far as a budget TV, a budget TV that is kind of punching up and able to hang with the big guys, the big three that I mentioned. So, but yeah, this does work with HomeKit. Back, I was about to skip the whole HomeKit thing. Let me show you real quick. So here is the TV. Like I said, I limited the HDMI access on here, so it shows the AirPlay HDMI, because I only use one HDMI port, so there's no need to enable the other ports. So I did have to run an animation to turn the TV on and off, just because HDMI not S, but CEC doesn't, and I always had this issue with TLC TVs, especially my other two TLC TVs. Whenever the Apple TV turns on, it doesn't turn the TV on or turn it off. So I had to manually turn it on with either the remote or on the actual TV. So what I did was, for this automation here, because the Apple TV does turn on the Onkyo receiver, I said, hey, if the Onkyo receiver turns on, turn on the TV. And if it turns off, turn off the TV. And that's how I kind of set up, and that's how I get the TV to turn on and off. Even though HDMI CEC is not really working with my Apple TV. So that's how I use it in HomeKit. And get your lights on, I need to turn off. But yeah, kind of doing a couple things. I'm trying to work on the garage, get some shelvings and stuff like that up, and then I'm also trying to knock out a few videos while I can, while everyone's at the house and it's kind of quiet, because I hate trying to do videos when people are in the house, especially when we got a 3-year-old that always wants to run around and play. So it's my opportunity to do a video, and then I'll do another video on the Lightning Fantasy 3, and compared to the other Lightning I had beforehand on the 65-inch Vizio TV. So that's going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. Just stay tuned for more content later on.